motivation for becoming involved in the Innov8 program was that we had become very bogged down in the day-to-day running of our company. As a result, our growth had stalled and we were getting very, very frustrated with our lack of progress. So we went into the first strategy meeting, obviously, as you start off with, a little bit concerned about costs and the time involved, but really within a couple of hours we would not have believed how quickly that got our heads up out of the fog and refocused on our goals and aspirations. Blair presented a very clear framework, and in a very short amount of time we had a clear picture of exactly where our company was, what our culture was, what our visions were, what our situation in the competitive marketplace was. And then from there we were able to draw very clearly a path ahead to our goals, our 2, 5 and 10 year goals.
Blair's recommendation for the restructuring of the roles, I believe, will make a massive difference to the business. The organisational structure rollout was seamless, and I believe that it's now more clearer for the employees and essentially empowering them. I was very time poor before all this, but now I find myself working on the business rather than in it, which is a great thing.
Some of our initial conversations with Blair were around staffing and making sure that the right people were in the right places, and we took some time out to really consider the strengths of each of our management team and just to make sure that they were in the right places. Since having a bit of a restructure, this place is humming. It just works so much better. Now that we've got people in place doing what they should be doing, the place is working a lot better.
The customers just noticed a huge difference and down to our management team and restructuring their roles. It's leaps and bounds ahead of what we have been previously.
But it was asking the tough questions. Blair made us really think about just the different things that were going on in our business and just being a little bit honest about what, as people, what our strengths were and what we should be doing. And once we were honest about it and understood what we should be doing, actually the jump to doing it was really, really easy.
Blair really got our team together and clinically made us discern and develop a realistic action plans going forward, and which gave us some confidence in ourselves into the future as a company.
The strategy session was very well led and very well organised. We would wholeheartedly recommend Blair to any businesses wanting to take that next step.
We had a boardroom that was covered in notes, basically floor to ceiling, and Blair took them all and condensed them into a concise, professional document and working plan. We now have a future that's visible to us, the structure and the formal means to progress. Blair is also an excellent communicator. There's many business concepts and their relations to each other that are much clearer in my mind now after this session.
To be honest, I'd sum it up by saying that my only regret about coming into the strategy meeting was that we hadn't done it years ago.
The strategy workshop was really effective. We pulled together all the business elements, ensuring all were aligned, and I'm confident we have a winning plan for the future. I recommend working with Blair, and I'm confident his work will put us in good stead for the future.
The boys out on the workshop floor have noticed a big difference with our operations manager and our workshop manager. Just their leadership style prior was probably more rule with an iron fist and just do it like this because we haven't got time, just make it happen. But now actually understanding and learning how different minds tick, our leaders have certainly stepped up.
The leadership profiling helped us understand each other and understand how we can improve our teamwork going forward and also our communication, I think.
The innovation workshop was a fantastic opportunity and much overdue opportunity to get the whole team together. Everyone enjoyed it hugely on that basis alone. The first thing that struck me was the sheer huge quantity of ideas that came forward out of the team. I know it's going to be many years now before we can sit back and claim we've got nothing to do, that's for sure. But all of us, we came out of that meeting with a completely new focus on the need to innovate and change the company in the light of the way change was occurring in the overall world. And we came out with a huge confidence that we had a new weapon at our disposal, and one that we hadn't been really utilising anywhere near as much as we should, and that was the synergy of the whole team together, and the energy and the ideas and the creativity that the whole team could bring, and just the increase in fun that would make with the whole team. So as company owners, certainly that's what we came away with out of the meeting, just the realisation that there was a whole potential there that we really hadn't been tapping into anything like we should have been.
We really wanted to keep our business edge. We saw this as a great opportunity to get our management team and a bunch of our on-the-ground staff together and do some thinking about innovation and get some raw ideas and some insight into where we actually are. Most of the ideas were fresh and new, which was a tremendous outcome for us. And with the Callaghan Institute's input, it's been really good value for money for us thus far too.
So one of our ideas that came out of our Innov8 Gr8 brainstorming session was I had this grand idea to buy a factory trawler and do something with it.
Thanks, Blair. Thank you. Make shit happen.
Get shit done.
With Blair around to keep us on our toes for another 10 months and there to offer us trusted advice, confidence is high. I would definitely recommend this programme to others, and in particular Blair is an excellent achiever. He gets things down to a very high standard, and he inspires us to do the same.
Most importantly, he presented us with some very powerful tools that were there so that we could practically ensure that what we'd discussed in theory could be very easily put into practice. And I loved the way Blair made it really clear to us that the purpose of the program was to produce results.
I can honestly say it's the best thing we ever did, and I'm so pleased that Sean, our accountant, talked us into doing this, because the journey has been amazing. The inspiration that that we have had from this has been pretty incredible, isn't it? It's been one of those journeys that that Blair has helped us with, and we needed to have someone that believed in us, believed in our business, believed in what we were doing, our future, and helping us believe in it a bit more as well.
I think if anyone was on the fence and unsure whether to go with Blair and what he's trying to achieve, you only have to come around and have a look around our workshop and see that there's been some great changes, all for the better. What can you say? He's just been fantastic for what we're trying to achieve, and we've got some great goals that he believes we can achieve, and with having him on board, even at the end of the program, we haven't just met a colleague, we've actually met a friend, and we'll continue using them after the program. So
everyone at Glowing Sky who's been involved with the Innov8 program has been extremely impressed with Blair and his team. Blair's facilitation of the program has been honest, direct, compelling and fun, and he's delivered huge practical value at every step along the way. I really can't imagine how we'd be viewing the future of our company if we hadn't undertaken this program, and so I have absolutely no hesitation in recommending any company that feels they need some help on the path ahead to undertake the Innov8 program. Just do it.